and today I thought that I would do a really simple, easy Halloween tutorial. So I thought I'd come up with a few different tutorials over the next couple of weeks where they're sort of last minute ones. You don't need things like face paint, you don't really need fake blood or anything like that. If you've got liquid lipsticks lying around, a white foundation, that's great. If you don't, you can use just, you know, a foundation that's a little bit too pale for you, or you can use things like, you know, we're utilising things like kohl liners, you know, white eyeshadow, stuff like that, to give you the effect of, you know, if you'd gone out and bought face paints and things. So I've got my hair in these really weird pigtails. I do not ever wear them in plaits like Pippi Longstockings. This is not something that I had done since I was probably about 6. So I thought that I would show you how to do a really simple, easy but quite effective last minute Halloween tutorial today on the ragdoll that you would have seen in my thumbnail. So let's get started. I've already sorted my face out, so what I would say is cover yourself. I've used a foundation that is slightly paler than my actual colour. I've used the Makeup Forever HD foundation. My shade is N140. It's a little bit pale for me at the moment, but that is okay. I do apologise about the state of my voice. I have been quite poorly over the last 3 or 4 days. I feel like it wasn't just a normal cold. Can't even talk now. So I probably sound a little bit bunged up. I probably will cough at some stage. But I really wanted to get some Halloween tutorials up for you guys because I feel like I've been quite consistent lately and I'm really enjoying it. Also, I'd just really like to say a massive thank you for all the wonderful, supportive, lovely comments and the discussions that were going on in the comments after my curve model video. I would like to do some more videos like that. So if there are topics and things that you'd like me to discuss, then obviously leave them down below. On with the video. So as I said, I haven't put any concealer or anything. If you have concealer around areas, if you need to put concealer around the areas of your face where if you've got spots and things, then do. I would say leave the eye area bare because, excuse me, we're actually going to elongate the eye to give you that really kind of dull shape. So there's no point on putting lots and lots of stuff under here when we're going to cover it in white anyway. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil in the colour white and I'm just going to elongate my eye. Do not worry if the shape is not perfect. Obviously you can take Q-tips, all that kind of stuff. This looks weird, I know it looks weird. So we've also lined the inside of our eyes. You can also use like a plain white eyeliner. I think Rim will do a really good one that's similar to the Urban Decay 24/7 ones. I'm just going to round off the shape with a Q-tip. Now, what you're going to do is you are going to take a white eyeshadow and we are going to set this. If you have translucent powder, then you can use that as well if you don't have a white eyeshadow, but I would suggest using a white eyeshadow because we want to make this white as opaque as possible. Sorry about my emails going off in the background, that's really annoying. So the white eyeshadow that I'm going to be using is actually called White Lies and it's a Makeup Geek colour. And I'm literally just placing that over the white. What you want to do when you're doing this so as not to move the product that you've laid down is to sort of pat it into the skin. You can see I'm packing it onto that area. Right, I'm actually going to be a bit weird now. I'm going to go and sort my brows out next. So I think when you're doing like doll brows, they should look almost like they're painted. So more, I guess, of that Instagram brow that I absolutely hate. I'm going to go in with the MAC brow finisher. It's the clear one. And I'm going to do this first, just so that my brows get this nice kind of waxiness where they will stay in place. Then I'm just going to take my Brow Pro palette and fill in my brows with the Anastasia brow palette, whatever colours. I tend to use a mixture of colours. Obviously, if you prefer a pencil, then use a pencil. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a black eyeliner. This is a L'Oreal one. It's rubbed off. I'm trying to use up like a few of my felt tip pen ones. So you'll probably see me switching a lot of these out and using different ones. Doesn't matter, just a cheap, like a rim will do a really good one. Try and use up maybe like your older ones so you're not ruining or like mucking up any of the felt bit with the white that we've put down there. I'm just using up old ones, as I said. Can't remember which one this is, but one with a felt tip liner is going to be best. We're just going to outline our extra eyeball extension. Do that on both sides. I'm also going to line the top. The next thing I'm going to do is just take a fluffy brush and I'm going to take that white eyeshadow and I'm going to pop it underneath the eyebrow. I'm just going to take that, I'm going to take a little bit of pink, and this is actually what we're going to use for our blush, and this is the Pink Ice by the Pink Sprint Blush by 3 Sleek palettes, and I'm going to use this middle shade here. And I'm actually going to, I've never done one of these before, so I'm kind of winging it as I go along. I'm just going to pop that in the crease. I think what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take it down the nose a little bit. Because it is kind of Halloween, so I guess we should be making it a little bit more Halloween-y. What I'm also going to do is I'm actually going to take that white milk and I'm going to pop some on the end of my nose. We're not finishing the eyes and stuff, we're going to come back to that later. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some lip colour. Now what I've done is I've tried to kind of get rid of my own, but just the edges, because ragdolls always have that kind of like kind of look. So I'm going in with a really thin brush, and this is the colour Candy Yum Yum by MAC, which is one of those, I think is it limited edition? I can't remember. But it is the brightest frickin' colour you'll ever see. If you have a liner in a bright neon pink or like a bright Barbie pink or something like that, or you could use red if you prefer, use the liner first. I can't find one. And I don't really want to mess around with different colours. So I'm just going to go straight in and hope to God I don't fuck it up. So we kind of want to almost halve what you have. I'm going to take some of this berry shade and an angle brush, and I'm just going to darken the outer bits of what I'm just made. So if you want to actually go and add some more in or put some white highlights, then you can. I'm probably going to put a little bit of white highlight in there. What I'm going to use for that is actually this Barry M white eyeliner pencil, just because it's easier than trying to use the big chunky black NYX one. Sorry, the white NYX one. If you can hear people in my house, it's because my dad is working from home today and he's on the phone. My brother's just come back from the park, so my window's also open because I'm hoping that my camera won't completely heat up. Why I didn't open this before I started, I have no idea. So I'm just going to highlight. Which side am I going to highlight? Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go in with some eyelashes. These are the Eyelure Naturals. There's 3 pairs in here. We're going to stick this on the bottom, so remember that you'll have to use like 2 different sets for this, because you're, yeah, you know what I mean. So one of you will figure, you'll figure it out. So I'm popping some eyelash glue on there, and obviously we want to stick it to the new eye that we have created. Ow, I just stabbed myself with the tweezers. See, I'm telling you how to do all of these things, and I have no idea why any of you trust me. I'm an actual disaster. Right. I have no idea if this, I've never stuck to my bottom lashes before. I just saw this and thought, that's a fucking good idea. I really don't know whether this is going to work or not. I really have no idea. Okay, it worked. It worked. I'm happy about this. So, since my camera cut out, all I have done is I've done bottom lashes. Can you even see these on camera? You can. Okay, now you can. Let me just zoom you in a little bit then, because this is obviously not working. Right. All I've done since my camera cut out is I have darkened these bits, and I've added bottom lashes and top lashes. I popped a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes because they're not particularly dark. You can see them much better in real life than you can right now on me. I don't really know why they're not showing up that well, but they look great in person, I promise you. If you have lashes that are more, that have sort of bits that are clumped together, or you even have like the little 3 clumps of like individual lashes, you can build them up and pop them wherever you want along here yourself, and that would probably be a better way of doing it. Pop a little bit of that same pink colour onto the apples of my cheeks. Just using one of these sort of skunk brushes. You don't want like, ooh, like loads and loads of colour, but you know, this stuff is really bright. Then what we're going to do is going to take my eyeliner again, and I'm just going to pop some freckles everywhere. So take some across the nose. Like this really helps with the whole like doll thing. I feel like the nose perhaps looks a little bit clowny, but I kind of like it still. So if you wanted to take the nose off and just like have it very clearly dull like, then you can, obviously. As just letting my creative juices flow, y'all. I could literally dot freckles on all day. This is so much fun. Whoop, whoop. So I think I'm going to leave it there for freckles. What we're going to do now is we're going to do like a bit of an eel mouth. So there are 2 ways you can do this. I'm just going to show you the really easy way, which is to draw and slice. If you want to be fancy, you can draw little squares, fill them in with white, shade around the edges, make them look like proper like stitches. So try and get it kind of even, but it doesn't really matter if it's not that even. I like to just have a little bit of a thicker line here, leading into a thin line. And then what I would do is I would just do some stitches. When you're doing the stitches, I find it's like a lot kind of cooler to vary the lines a little bit. So you see I've got some close together, I've got some that go up taller, I've got some that go up sort of smaller. And that is where I would leave my little creepy ragdoll clown-esque type Halloween thing. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. As I said, it's all really easy stuff. Obviously, if you have face paints and you want to use face paints, then of course, by all means, use face paints, or like go somewhere like Asda or like Lidl and stuff. You know, when they do like the kids pack, they always have fake blood, a white face paint, which is fine, and like a couple of other like bits that you know, if you really want to buy face paint, that's the really kind of cheap way to do it. As I said, so big lashes, elongating the eye into that kind of rounded doll shape. The lip shape is quite important. Yeah, I mean, you could add some, if you've got liquid lips, you could add blood dripping down the side. You could instead do one of the mannequins, so instead of having the stitches, you could have that little sort of, the chin that goes, oh, my jaw clipped, that's disgusting, up and down instead, if you wanted to do something slightly different. You could have sequins or gems or anything if you want to make it a little bit more pretty, but this is kind of a really simple, easy, last minute makeup. It took me about 15 minutes. Well, it took me half an hour, but that's only because my camera cut out and I had to wait 15 minutes. It's a really easy look once you've got your base on. And if you didn't want to do the lashes because you're nervous about applying false lashes, then you can always use your eyeliner, which actually for me, because these are a bit shit, probably would have been a better option, to do like 2, 3, 4 sort of long strands that look like eyelashes on the bottoms, and that would be perfect as well. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please do let me know if you have any requests. I'm probably going to do like quite an easy skull one, again using stuff that you should already have in your makeup bag to make your life easier if you have a panic, oh my god, I don't know what to do, last minutes, and you haven't sort of ordered things or got a proper outfit and things. So yeah, leave your comments and questions and requests and stuff down below if you want to see any more slightly more complicated Halloween stuff. You guys have probably seen on my Instagram I do a little bit of body painting. That is more of a hobby. I don't do it professionally or anything like that, but it's something that I'm quite fascinated with and really enjoy doing. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you in the next one. Lots of love. Bye!